Hey, we are here with Terra Invicta, and I would like to thank you all again for logging in the proper order, so I didn't have to do anything. We're here with Terra Invicta, and this is Season 6, guys. We're in Season 6. We're hitting episode 50 today, which is pretty fun. And which means we have pretty much stayed with the consistent 10 episodes a season. We've, some have had more, some have had less, but on average, we got about 10 episodes a season, which is the new normal. Terra Nullius was 12 episodes a season. This one's 10 episodes a season. Both perfectly good numbers for seasons, of shows that work.
Okay, but what's also insane is that when we were doing Terra Nullius season 6, we knew was the last season, and we know we're not even close with
this. This is the halfway point. Oh my gosh.
Also, here's the thing. Episode 50, start of a new season. No, it would be so fun. A new level.
Didn't you just get a new level?
So
yeah, we literally just leveled up, and we
you miss
barely
100% of the shots you don't take.
Yep. Well, yeah, you did miss that one. So,
I probably still miss 75% of the shots I do take, but that's a better odds.
Fair enough. Okay, so we open. I asked the PCs. I asked our players, do you want to go on any side quests? Do you want to go adventure on the Isle of Dread? And they were like, no, we gotta save the world. So that's what we're doing today. We're jumping right into.
Well, to be fair, we did side quest a little. We went to find the 8th tribe, and it was nothing. Yes.
And the side quest that I want to do is only pertinent to Audrin in the immediate, and not really helpful there. Because I wanted to, at some point, I want to climb the volcano and figure out magical things about me fusing stuff together.
Yes.
We'd had some side quest ideas beforehand too, but they're all some of them are kind of a moot point now that the invasion is over. Like the dinosaurs.
Yep. Yes, that's true. You guys ended up doing so much to try to find the stupid 8th tribe that you had no time to do anything else.
No dinosaur friends. We didn't really need them in the end though.
No, you had plenty. I mean, you were very close to getting the full 100% victory. If you had done so, you would have gotten all of the ships. If Sargon or Vanthus escaped, it would have been by the skin of their teeth, not having any ship, sort of a thing. Like there was a higher tier of victory you could have gotten. If you'd gotten 350 more victory points, I think was what you needed. But
we're fine.
Oh well. Yeah, and the 8th tribe thing was supposed to be a little bit more involved. Like, there were things you could have fought, and there was a place to explore. But the thing that I gave you, the little amulet thing, was the main point of that thing. So I figured since we were running out of time at the end of last episode, we just skip all that and go straight to the thing that mattered. So
I just remembered the cool magic item we gave you at the end of the last session. The moon sickle. Oh,
yes. I had one note about that. We said +3. I'm going to make it a +2. So Alyssa said, I think my Warhammer's a +3. I double checked. It's actually a +2. I think you can have the same level as what Dust Crusher was what I was thinking. So, yeah. So +2 moon sickle.
That's still
we can talk about
friggin' sweet.
It's still very cool. Yeah. We can talk about, what that looks like for Deli and how she received it and all that stuff. If it becomes relevant. So we're starting off here with basically you guys got information from Captain Zay Fidalgo and some papers and journals and stuff that you recovered from the ship that you captured. And there were a couple of pieces here that I gave last time. So Lavinia talked to you guys about the dragon turtle stuff. Mm-hmm. There was one note about that I gave wrong to you. Yes. So, this would have been something I implied that it's something that Kurgle found out about when he was leaving. It's actually not. Zay Fidalgo himself would have told you this. Would have been because the place where Emrag, the glutton, which is what this name of the dragon turtle is, the place where he is the place where you're going. So Zay Fidalgo would have warned you, there's a dragon turtle we bribe to go to this cove, And yeah, in theory, he fancies himself the lord of the entire Isle of Dread. You guys have managed to escape his notice up to now, but now that you know he exists, Lavinia wants you to go bribe him, basically, to leave all the ships alone. And so we'll open up with Lavinia giving you that like the beginning of the season. Here's what we're doing, sort of monologue.
I want to ask Zay how much they bribe him.
What they bribe him with? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think whatever Lavinia is sending you with is about the amount. And we can kind of get into that. We can ask Lavinia herself about that. Because it's in my notes here. Is there anything that needs to be done before we just have that meeting with Lavinia?
Oh yes. We need to wait. Give me a second. Oh, dang it. I was gonna make a snarky comment. Right, no, we need to throw Avner into a volcano.
Yes. Maybe we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. Listen, Deli is the chaotic neutral member of the party. She could attempt to kill Avner at any point.
She doesn't want to kill him. She wants something else to kill him. Look, she's not implicated.
Listen, this has been the constant refrain throughout the entire time you've known Avner. I'm just going to say it one more time. You will still have murdered him if you arrange for his death. This isn't, we're not talking about legal technicalities here. We're talking about morality. Will you be a murderer, Deli? Yes. If you push Avner down a volcano or,
he falls. Yes. This is the trolley problem. If he just happens to be falling down into a volcano and I don't stop him,
you don't stop. Yes, you will be a murderer. Yep. If you had the power to do something and you specifically chose not to.
Jelly goes,
"Oh no, I can't fly. And I had a cough, so I couldn't tell someone else to grab him.
Audrin's too far away. He's 10 feet away from me." Yeah. Cool. So,
in other words, no, we have nothing else.
No. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, having survived the wrath of the Crimson Fleet, the people of Farshore are slowly putting their lives back together, right? We get a shot of you guys helping, repair the place and, in general, just kind of helping everybody clean up and whatnot, some of which we got last time. We get a shot of that again.
Is this the 16th or the 17th still?
This is the 17th. I have it written down in my notes. And so basically we get the shot of you guys and the town in general, like recovering from the invasion. And Lavinia calls you to breakfast. This is something you guys normally do, or at least did normally do. I think it's been some time since you've actually had a proper like dinner or brunch with Lavinia. And so the message that she sends you, I guess it's not a matter. You guys are living in her mansion. I guess you are like, you eat dinner with her regularly, but this is like the sort of brunch meeting that you had when you were back in Calabar is the implication she gives you. And she's like, there's some stuff we need to talk through as you get ready to go to Gallivant Cove. You guys are treated to a simple breakfast of toast, coffee, and boiled turtle eggs. So,
legs.
Well, what else? There's not a whole lot of chickens here.
Deli
lots of sea turtles.
Deli, I mean, I have kind of played it off that Deli's more vegetarian because she likes animals, so I'll just stick with it. Whatever.
I don't think that's true. Deli, you eat. You're a vacuum cleaner. You have no pickiness whatsoever.
She's not a vegetarian. She just doesn't eat meat.
Yeah, exactly.
I was say,
everything else but meat.
She's an omnivore.
Exactly. She's
for meat.
Yes, exactly. Whatever the term that means, literally eat anything, including inedible objects, but not meat. It's what that is.
That is what she is.
Yeah. We call that a black hole, I think. A picky black hole.
Given what we found out that she actually swallowed as a child, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Given we opened up her stomach and literally it was just,
it was like acidic black goo that like destroyed everything it touched. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so she, Lavinia, pours some tea for you. I think Carla's not here. I think we described Carla has kind of moved out of service to Lavinia and is kind of doing her own thing now here in Farshore. But Lavinia had servants that her parents kept here who stayed behind in Farshore when they left. So you guys are getting your tea poured and all that stuff. Your coffee poured or whatever it is. And Lavinia looks at you guys and says, well, I know we've discussed some of this already, but I promised Take we would talk a little bit more about this dragon turtle situation. I know you guys, I know you all want to figure out this Lords of Dread situation, and I'm personally all for it. Given everything that Audryn has told me, or Takui has told me, like I don't know who particularly would have been telling her about Shadow Pearl stuff or whatever, but I'm sure one of you has filled her in. But she says, given all that you've told me about the Shadow Pearls, it's certainly not something I want to be around here, despite the whole saving the world question, which I'm sure is very important. There's also the simple fact that it threatens Farshore, and it threatens Calabar, it threatens everything that I love, so I'm certainly okay with you guys searching this out. We have things in hand here at Farshore. I have the Jade Ravens if I need anything else. As for this dragon turtle situation, well, let's put it this way. In the past hours, I've discovered that Farshore wasn't the only victim of the pirates' attack. It seems that my personal reputation also took a bit of fire. The people of Farshore have seen too much panic and death under my leadership, and the appearance of the pirates and my brother startled them. Now, some of the colonists are claiming that my family is cursed. Others are whispering that I somehow orchestrated the attack in the first place. She stops and takes a sip of her tea. Although it aggravates me after all we've been through, I won't allow a few rumors to discourage me from my work here. Part of me even understands the people's concerns, and I'd like to do what I can to dissuade their fears. That's why I think this bribe we're going to offer is exactly the thing that we need. Along the north coast of the Isle, this Emrag makes his home. Now, the locals apparently know him as the Glutton. If we're to believe the rumors, it's a miracle that any of us are sitting here now, as the Glutton supposedly has a taste for ships and sailors. Yet, apparently the thing's vices aren't limited to swallowing down whole crews. The Crimson Fleet made a deal with the creature, bribing it to leave their ships intact on their visits to Gallivant Cove. Lord Maravanchi, however, has refused to negotiate with monsters, as he put it, apparently preferring that our supply ships be eaten and our people go hungry.
Wait, isn't that Av? Yeah, that's Avner's.
That's Avner's uncle is who she's talking about.
Well, of course, monsters aren't going to negotiate with monsters.
And she says, therefore, my thought to ease the concerns of the colonists is to appease the beast that's already caused them so much hardship. I'd like you to sail to the Isle's northern shores and seek out this Emrag the Glutton. I'm going to provide you with a cache of treasures to bribe the brute, a down payment on Farshore's tribute to him, offered for the assurance that he leaves vessels flying my family's colors be. If an agreement can be met, excellent. If not, well, I trust in your ability to conquer that arena as well. More to the point, there's this matter of the Crimson Fleet's interest in Gallivant Cove. According to Zay Fidalgo, and some of this, she's reiterating for Audryn and Anna's benefit, because Takui and Adeli were the ones who did, the interrogation of Zay, and Takui was talking to Lavinia about the dragon turtle stuff. But Audryn and Anna, I don't think have been filled in as much, so she's repeating some information here. She says, according to Zay Fidalgo, they've made several visits to a beach on the southern shore of the cove to meet with a group they call the Lords of Dread. According to the notes, what we found in the Kraken, I think, right? That's the ship that you captured? Yes, okay, people are nodding. I didn't have the cameras up, so I just heard silence. According to these notes, they've been purchasing large quantities of shadow pearls. I believe you've had some experience with those things before. The thought of dozens of shadow pearls in the possession of the Crimson Fleet is chilling. I know it's dangerous, dealing with such a beast and going to this cove, but if you can convince Emrag to accept our offer, you might even be able to learn a few things from him about the Lords of Dread. In any event, securing... Yeah.
Gallivant Cove is where the dragon turtle is.
Yes. Gallivant Cove is, if you're looking at the map, the very top.
I was just making
there.
Sure.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes. And you know, in any event, securing the dragon turtle's goodwill should allow free access to the Lords of Dread. And it would be a huge step in turning this colony from an isolated backwater into a destination for merchants from the world over. Are we all still settled on this turn of events, on this course?
Deli would turn to Audrin and just say, How
strong are dragon turtles?
As far as I know, they are one of the most powerful creatures in the world.
I said I turned to Audrin.
Which
is my way of saying, can Jordan make a skill check of some sort to see if we can even take it?
Right. It's one of those weird things where like it might be nature, it might be Arcana, depending.
Arcana if it's ancient.
Yeah, let's do Arcana because it's like it's not a beast.
I could help him with this then, since I'm trained in Arcana.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Is Jordan makes the roll, and then you guys, you give him advantage. You're down with that, Jordan. Ooh, 24. Good thing you don't have disadvantage.
Yeah, seriously.
Could Deli have guided him?
Yeah, sure.
So another D4.
Lavinia's not going to be like, why are you casting a spell on my brunch?
25 is like some sort of cutoff for information.
It feels like it.
Then he gets at least a 25.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well, we're draws. I'm going to grab a different pen. This is not writing very well.
Here, I'm just going to roll a D4 since no one else is. 27. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously pretty good. Dragon turtles are pretty obscure figures, so it's not like going to tell you everything, but I mean, we know, you know as much as like we knew from Terra Nullius, right? Like, they're powerful creatures. There's very few of them. They wander the world. They're gigantic. What else do you want to know in particular about them? Weaknesses?
I want to know, like, what allegiance. Like, yeah, I want to know CR. No, I want to know, like, what would get their allegiance.
Money. Yeah, so this bribe by Lavinia is a good bet. I think that calling it, like, not calling it a bribe would be a good move. Calling it tribute. Yeah, tribute would be like the word you'd want to use, right? Like you're talking him up as like the amazing creature he is the strategy here, you think? Yeah. Staying away from mentioning that any creature is more powerful than him, or like you just want to talk him up. That's the thing you get from this guy. And he's most dragon turtles have in the book here it says they're neutral. So this guy might not be, but like at the very least they're not all inherently evil or anything.
Yeah.
So this guy's probably just territorial, right? But then yeah, I mean it's a very high CR. But here I'm gonna put it this way in player out of character information. I am totally fine if you want to try to kill this thing as well. It will be very difficult, but with your NPC crew, you could probably pull it off. Like you have 3 7th level characters that you can throw around too. So right.
Still,
yeah,
might not end well.
Yeah. So up to you guys. I mean, like Lavinia, if you say anything to her along those lines, like she probably implies like, I mean, it would be better if you could kill the thing, but like you probably can't, right? Like they're very powerful. Or at least you probably couldn't without people dying, right?
I mostly wouldn't want it to sink our ship. Like,
yeah,
I feel like that's a huge asset to us right now.
Yep, makes sense. Yeah, so any other questions about the dragon turtles, Audrin?
what makes them mad? What's like, how do you get on their bad side? Or how do you get someone else on their bad side?
Again, like for this, yeah, it would probably be like territorialness, right? It's like he wants to be king of the island, and like if you brought another monster somehow to threaten him, if we wanted a kaiju fight, that's because something you could attempt. That would be like a whole side quest where you like go to another. And there's also like I meant to write this up. I totally forgot. Remember that there's that list that hunter guy gave you of like the most powerful creatures on the Isle of Dread. Emrag is actually one of those. So if you manage to kill him and bring him back some of the body or like the hide or whatever, he could like do amazing things with, like he can make you like special dragon turtle armor or shield or whatever, right? Like there could be a whole thing there if you really wanted to.
I already have good armor.
Dragon turtle sword.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the sort of thing that is definitely on the.
I mean,
on the
I feel
docket.
like that would be more of an evil campaign, or less.
I mean, again, it's not like it's like some sort of angel protector of the island that you're gonna like be evil for killing. It's a territorial monster, right? Like you'd have every
really
right to...
just wants to play this creature so he can just like murder us.
No, you can do whatever. I am giving you. Listen, I already gave Audrin like some really important pieces of information that's going to help him persuade the thing much easier. You can do whatever you want.
Speaking of angel, didn't Git say something about the angel that was supposed to be the protector of the island last session?
Yep. So Takui knows that Git is currently trying to gather up a Avengers style elemental angel squad or whatever, right? Like powerful beings from around the Isle of Dread and beyond to try to like take the fight to the demons at the center of because remember, you guys know at the very least that there's like demon lions that are there. And as a note, we as I listened back through the whole campaign, the Phanatons, you agreed to go help the Phanatons kill those things on this plateau.
But you made it sound like we really couldn't do that for like a lot more levels. I just want to say.
And by a lot more levels, I mean after this adventure. This is the adventure. Yeah. The next adventure after this one is the Storm the Plateau adventure.
Because that's what I was like. I remember when you said it that you were like, this is a horrible idea. You do not want to do it now. You really would really die really bad.
Yes. I mean, if you guys at level 9 or 10, wherever you were there, had gone by yourselves to the plateau, then yes, it would have been very bad. But, you know, you're gathering up a whole army at this point, so. Cool, but yeah, it's a dragon, so it has a breath weapon, right? It's like powerful fire steam or whatever, right? But beyond that, that's about it.
Well, what about immunities? And
it has a resistance to fire. That's the only other thing.
And no weaknesses.
Nope.
But okay, so the reason why I was asking about ways that we could maybe make it something else turn against it, or make it turn against something else. I was kind of thinking like, what if we could like tribute this guy up so he sees Crimson Fleet as encroaching.
Yeah, if you wanted to up the bribe even more, right? You could be like, okay, let Lavinia ships go by and also attack all Crimson Fleet ships.
Not even that, just like, hey, we heard Alicent talking smack about you, dude.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
He's not going to go all the way back to Calabar and attack the pirates.
Then we don't have to up the bribe. We just tell him like, hey, I'm just saying he was dissing you, man. Like, you really cool.
Just going to say it right now. There's no persuasion roll you could do to get him to leave the Isle of Dread. And
Here's the thing. Wait. What if I got a nat 20 performance check and sang to him?
Dragon
works on Craig Spawns.
That's talking smack. You should go kill him.
Works on Craig Spawns, not so much in Dragon Turtles.
Again, I'm not saying he should leave. I'm just saying like, hey, you want to keep an eye out for him because I mean he's been being rude.
Here's what I'm hearing we really need to happen. Okay. We need Deli to wild magic while we're out there, so that way we can summon something to attack it. Right?
That's a very bad plan because there are so many other things that could happen besides that. But sure.
I'd really rather not go wild.
Do you have any other questions for Lavinia about this? Because she's the one like setting up the bribe and stuff.
Is Avner part of the bribe?
No.
If we end up having to bring home turtle soup for dinner, what would you like anything of the turtle?
Is Audrin actually asking this question?
I don't know, he might. Like, if we have to bring home, like, is there anything, and actually, this might just be something Audrin would know, is there anything that would specifically be valuable to Lavinia of the dragon turtle that we might bring back?
She can't think of anything. I mean, it's just like getting rid of it or whatever. I guess she mentions like, I mean, given what I know of the thing, it's possible like if you did manage to kill it, it probably has a layer that's full of these other tributes that people have given it. Like you could not only save my fortune that I'm gonna give this thing, but also get us more money.
Sounds like we just got to kill this thing.
And then we
could do like find locate object or like something like that, right?
Yeah.
And just like find wherever it is. Because even if it's underwater, we've got people that can breathe underwater and go retrieve it.
Yes. One thing she does mention if Takui like starts talking about that possibility, she says, "Oh, that reminds me," and then she grabs something from like her bag or whatever and pulls out this like kind of panpipe looking thing. And hands it to you, Takui, and then says, "This is a sea skirl. It's supposedly used by the Igbaye to call these sorts of things, underwater creatures. Apparently, it's an instrument in and of itself, but when you play it underwater, supposedly, it makes a sort of enchanting music that can be heard by aquatic creatures. I don't know if the stories are true myself, but it seems like the best option we have to actually get its attention in a way that's not going to be infringing upon his territory, right? You're calling him to have a meeting.
Got it.
And if you performed it well enough, maybe he would be more amiable to the transaction.
Okay, got it. I just need to succeed on a performance check. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, there's a whole thing about performance here. So,
okay,
I thought I just heard wrong.
Yep, I have a +5 to performance. Could do it.
It also might be like
or even Lyric
proficiency. It also might be like a proficiency instrument check. I don't know if those are different.
Oh, sure. I have a flute and a lyre.
Yeah, I think flute is like similar enough that you could probably pull off something like that. But
all right, cool.
I'm probably fine with either of those. But all right, cool. Yeah, so she has several workers load the bribe onto the sea wyvern. I assume you're taking the sea wyvern for this. Right?
I was going to say,
I thought we were actually going to take. So I guess that's my question, right? So I thought we were going to possibly take a Crimson Fleet ship and possibly even skip the bribe altogether and be like, "Oh yeah, we're Crimson Fleet." Like,
yeah, that's one possibility. I didn't even think of that.
Speed run.
We talked about it last time. Is like,
yeah,
I didn't even think about it. Yeah,
if we took the Kraken, like, wouldn't the Dragon Turtle just leave us alone because we were flying the Crimson Fleet flag?
I do not remember you saying that. Man, I wish I would have remembered you saying that.
I mean, it's still good to like ensure safety for the Vanderboren colors.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you know, the Crimson Fleet has full access to the Cove. But I think the issue though is that like Lavinia wants this to be set up for all of her ships, right?
And like a win for her for the town.
Exactly.
Oh, so do we have? Okay, question then.
So if your only concern was getting to the Cove, that's what you would do. But yeah,
do we have to bring a ship?
That is the other thing. Technically, you could just like tramp over land or something.
No. Technically, I could cast. What's the spell's name again?
Oh, is it like the go through tree thing?
Via plants, and we could all just go to where we crash landed on the other side of the island, and then it's like 2 more days past that.
Yes, there are so many other ways that you could ruin my preparation. Yep.
That was the plan.
That's totally fine though. I don't care. I'm just amused that I didn't think about these things.
What do you guys want to do? I mean, because like if we want the ship,
teleportation.
I mean, like it seems like we gotta go take care of the dragon turtle, right? Like that's what
Lavinia is asking you to do that for Farshore. It's not even like so much. Again, if your only thing you were doing is going to the Cove, then that's one thing. But
yeah, okay. I mean, we could still like go to the Cove and then like call the dragon turtle to the shore.
I suppose, yeah. but then you won't have a bribe, right? You can't carry
we have a bag of holding.
Okay, so listen, the bribe that she has in mind, let me read it off to you. This cargo consists of 4 large wooden chests, an impressive 8-foot-tall statue of Ventura Vanderboren, a famed explorer and privateer in her family, and the sea scroll itself. She wants you to give that to him. It's like valuable. The chests contain jewelry, coins, and waterproof artwork with a total value of 16,000 GP. The statue is worth 4,000 GP alone.
Statue would not fit.
I was going to say, there's no way you're getting an entire statue in the bag of holding.
Okay, but if we're going to go to the shore, though, and just call it to us, then we just attack it from our vantage point. We don't have to worry about losing
and then
a ship.
He just swims away. Like,
No, we'll just kill it within 2 rounds. It'll be fine.
Yes, you could do these things. Lavinia is looking more and more distraught as you suggest them.
No, this is out of character, Caleb.
I'll successfully stun him 6 rounds in a row, and he'd be dead.
Yep. Okay.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't really know what's happening anymore.
To mess you up, and we're just trying.
I think dragon turtles have a good constitution, though.
I'm sure.
What would you like to do? Here let's just.
I'd like to sail Lavinia's ship to the cove and bribe the turtle, and have we roll a performance check. And then go from there. That's what I would like to do. I'd like to follow the rules like a good little girl.
Classic Emily. Follow the railroad. Let's do it.
Until there's a pit. And then I'd like to jump in that.
Well, that's the thing, right? The railroad if they're talking about like mines, like gotta go railroad cart right down into a pit, right? Very easily.
Man. I don't know. I kind of agree with Seth. Maybe taking a ship isn't the right way.
Well, no, if we're needing to actually like bring a bunch of stuff, then I think a ship makes the most sense.
Right. But what if we don't take the stuff and we just kill it?
I don't know if we could necessarily. I don't know.
I'll tell you right now, you can. Like, again, it's not like it's a CR30 or anything. It's like, I mean, looking at the actual encounter ratings, like versus the amount of people you have in your party, it is well within your range of making it happen. The issue is going to be its attacks. Leave. Well, yeah, it could leave, and it's like attacks against any one individual person is going to do a lot of damage, right? It's just that multiple people, like, you're going to do a lot of damage on it, but it might very easily kill any one of you.
I like the idea of us killing it and saving Lavinia's fortune and then finding its stuff and getting more money and resources that might compensate.
That's another thing. If you don't take
loss.
If you don't take the ship, then you can't carry the stuff back from the lair probably either, right?
That's fair.
But the next day, Deli could transport us back because now she's seen a tree at the cove.
And then we could get the stuff back.
Right. So the idea would be, and then you don't want to risk one of the ships.
Yeah, I mean, right? Sure. Like, I feel like that's also the angle that I'm coming from, is that it's like, I would rather go there, especially if we're in the mindset of like, let's save Lavinia's fortune, like, and just like kill the thing. So that way it's not a nuisance.
Here's the thing. Me in game would probably be like, of course we would like to just take her ship, go bribe the turtle, because who cares about money? Like, it's just whatever. We care about the safety of Lavinia's ships and her people, and what if one of us died? So that's my take that Anna would have. So that's my vote. If I get outvoted, that's fine. I'm down.
Anna will jump off a cliff with her friends any day.
But like, that's just my initial feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seth, Jordan, what do you think?
I'm kind of on the boat plan right now. If I don't know, we still have to trek a long ways to actually get anywhere, so we might as well take the boat. Plus, then we can take the thing. It's open. The transport via plants is only open for one action, so we couldn't bring like a ton of stuff in. So it's literally like 6 seconds. So if it was just us, then yes. But if it was like a fleet of people, yeah, it's going to be harder to justify us getting a bunch of people in.
I mean,
I think it's open for like one round, so like everybody would be able to move through in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It probably has like a limit of like 100 people or like something like that.
As long as there was enough space where you were going to like all spread out in a like like on the other side, then yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't think that would be a problem.
Up to you guys. Any of these are real possibilities. It just depends on what you're okay, let's think about this. What are your priorities? Saving Lavinia's fortune and getting his treasure, like killing the thing, or just getting it over with.
Lavinia has plenty of money, guys.
I don't think so. I don't think that's what's being implied here.
I
mean, it's not just she's rolling in it like Scrooge McDuck or anything, but like she has money, especially now that she got to Far Shore. Like her parents had money and stuff here.
Like, I think she has money, and especially if we bribe this turtle, then that secures the trade route more, like with her ships.
Yeah, but if we kill it, that really secures the trade route.
But also, given how ecologies work, if you kill something like a dragon turtle, something might come and take his place, right? Exactly.
That's true.
So, because then
if you make Emrag an ally, then he also protects, and then you can do the whole thing where you like ask him to attack Crimson Fleet ships, right? That could be.
And then if he reneges on it, then we kill him when we're higher level.
And also, what's more valuable, our lives or this dumb statue?
I'd like it. I'll have you know, Ventura Vanderboren was a noble man.
Yeah, was.
That's fine. All right. I just wanted to explore the option of steamrolling through Caleb's whole, sea adventure. So
honestly, I'll be honest. When I said you could, like when I was talking to Seth earlier in the chat and said there's a possibility you could speed run it, I was taking into account that you bribed the dragon turtle. That is the speed run. That's the easiest option here. Just to give him the money and leave, right? Fighting him is going to take way more time.
Got it. All right. Let's just go. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's bribe him.
Yeah, sounds good. So she loads that onto the sea wyvern.
Okay, so we are going to take the sea wyvern.
Well, or you could take the kraken. But yeah, I think the idea would be like you have Lavinia's flag flying, and you're like, this is the sort of ship that you should leave alone, right?
Right. Okay, got it. And then if it goes poorly, then we take the Crimson Fleet ship and just be like, oh, hey, no, we're now part of the Crimson Fleet.
Right. Sure.
They captured us on the way home. What can we do?
What if we go on the Crimson Fleet ship, dress up as pirates, and then attack it?
Again, you could do that. That was one of the things that was suggested.
Right. But we can also just bribe them to be like, hey, from now on, like, don't listen to the Crimson Fleet. Listen to us.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And he'll be like, that sounds great, as long as you give me more money than they're giving me.
Excellent.
All right, cool. Yeah, so the journey to Gallivant Cove covers about 350 miles. Assuming normal wind speed, this voyage takes the Sea Wyvern just under 5 days. The checks to navigate are low enough that it doesn't really matter. But that we will roll for random encounters and stuff on the way. So here is one other question. We're taking Tavi, we're taking Lirith, we're taking Conrad. Would you like to take Benedict? I was thinking about it, and I don't have any actual particular preference. Totally up to you guys whether or not your characters would want to do so. I have an idea either way. It would be fun to have him around to do RP with Anna, but we can always have him come on the next mission, right?
I'm like, I would be fine with having him, but yeah, I'd be happy with whatever.
I mean, it would be nice to have a cleric. Don't get me wrong. I will not say no to having a cleric on the party. So
yep, makes sense to me.
I'd be worried about him dying potentially, but if he stays away, then he'll be fine, I'm sure. So
cool. Yep. Benedict is happy to come along. I mean, like, there's plenty of like clerics and things, or like there's at least the Vincent guy who's kind of like the main proprietor of Far Shore. It's not like they need another cleric around here. Probably more useful to you guys. So I will go ahead and throw his character sheet in the party folder here. Here we go. We got you have doubled your party size. Don't worry, guys. I'm throwing a lot at you in this adventure. One of these characters is going to die. I'm planning on it. It'll be great.
Can it be Avner?
No, it cannot be Avner because Avner's not coming with you.
Speaking of Avner.
I was going to say, speaking of Avner, though, as you guys are, setting out, and I think probably, are you going to set out like the day of, like just get all the people to put it on the boat and leave post haste?
I don't have a reason to hang around.
Yeah,
but other people may have reason to hang around. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think I have a particular reason to hang around.
Mm-mm.
Sure. Yeah. So, I think it's afternoon, when everything gets loaded up and your guys you're heading out. And Lavinia gave you some like brass keys to open up the chests. So you have those and can hand them off to Emrag. I think we see you guys all, we get the Avengers Endgame style, everyone's in their adventuring gear, walking single file down the dock, right, to get on the Sea Wyvern and go do the thing. As you're actually like getting onto the Sea Wyvern, you do see a couple of what looks like servants setting up like a lounge chair and an umbrella and like a drink. And then Avner is there, like ordering them to put them in. No. He's not trying to come on the adventure with you.
I was like,
he's just on the dock, right? He's on the pier. So you hear Avner basically saying like, no, 2 inches to the left. No, perfect. Yes, the umbrella will be just. The sun will be able to. He's just like telling the servants how to set up his little lounge area here. And he's like starts to settle down in his little comfy seat and grab his like chilled lemonade or whatever it is, right? whatever icy drink they'd be able to conjure up with magic. He's settling in, has like a little hat, like a little rice hat that he's like, putting above his or over his eyes, and he's having one of the servants start to fan him, and he just like lifts up his drink to you guys as you walk by, and he says, "Have fun getting dirty and bloody and possibly dying."
Honestly, I'd probably go, thanks. We will.
Yeah. Anyone else have anything they would like to say to Avner? I just wanted to give you guys a moment to say goodbye to him.
I would like to do the equivalent of a, in Genasi culture, the equivalent of like flipping someone off, but
right,
he doesn't know.
A way that he doesn't understand. Yeah.
Perfect. You're like, bye, Avner. Have a great day.
Yeah, and then he like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna roll an insight for Avner. Let's see if he would notice that sort of thing. Let me find him here, because like just by the tone of your voice, he might be able to figure out what you're doing. No, I'm with a 10. Okay, yeah. So he, go ahead and roll a deception for me.
Oh, why? I'm not trying. I mean,
I just don't know how.
I'm so good.
Yeah, crit 25. That'll do it. Yep. So he
with
says,
a crit 25, does Avner then start doing it to other people and like spread it around?
As like a greeting?
No, I don't think so. But he at the very least like seems surprised because like you came off as genuine to him, and he's just like, yes, of course. No.
All of us are just genuinely saying thank you.
Yeah, exactly. He's like annoyed that you're like being nice to him.
Audrey's just like, I'm surprised you want to stay here where since we're gonna be gone, there's not gonna be anyone here to protect you here. But that's I'm proud of you for sticking to your guns and being willing to be here unprotected. That's awesome. Good on you, Avner.
He rolls his eyes and he says, "I see what you're trying to do, Audrin. You can't fool me. I am very perfectly safe here now that we've run off the Crimson Fleet, and I'll have to be honest, it was terrifying to tramp across the Isle of Dread with you, and I will never do it again. By the way, whatever happened to my gargoyle crown? Wasn't I supposed to keep that?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna try to do a lie.
Oh, Anna is trying to lie. Okay. Yeah,
I'm proficient in lying. I'm gonna do a lie and say, don't know what you're talking about.
All that build up. Go ahead. Yeah. Roll deception.
Caleb, can I?
Crit 27.
Wow.
Okay, well, yeah, he got a 17, but
lately. Okay. Yep. Can I retroactively say I use one of my tinkers to create an object to create a sound of like something like some sort of blood curdling scream or something?
For what purposes? Exactly.
Or like a raptor screaming or something that comes out from the jungle to scare the crap out of Avner and make him think he's not as safe as he is.
Oh, right. So
don't try to get this man on our trip. I don't want him with us. Stop. No.
I'm not getting him on the trip.
Yes, you are. You're so not safe here. You should come with us,
what you were
right?
Implying,
like that's kind of what you're implying.
What are you trying to do, Audrey?
I'm trying to make him want to come and not be able to. No, actually, really, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make him want us to stay.
Right. Okay, yeah. Just have him be miserable because you guys have left and he's worried and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick. Let's figure out, like, let's wrap up Anna's deception there, right? So you just like look at him with like the complete innocence that only Anna can give, right? And you say, "What are you talking about?" And like Avner literally starts questioning reality at that point, and he's just like, "Did I just make that up? Like, I must have made it up. There's no way Anna would have lied to me. Would lie to me like this, right?"
Yeah, nobody suspects when I do a lie.
Exactly. Yeah. And so he's just like, "Oh, I could have sworn that wasn't there a magic item that we got from the gargoyles that you gave me?" And
I don't think so.
I don't know what you're talking about, Avner.
Well, suppose the monkey demons must have knocked me on the head or something. Yes. Anyway, well, have fun dying. And then Audrey, I assume you want to do like a raptor screech sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. He jumps a little bit and he's like, "Did anyone hear that?"
No.
And you can keep it going. Just be like, "What are you talking about?" And he's just like, oh, okay.
I was just like, just the normal sounds of the jungle. Or forest.
Yes, the normal sounds of the jungle that surrounds us on every side.
Like paranoid.
Yeah, and he says, let's pack this up. I want to go back to the manor immediately." You can see the servants like packing up all of his stuff as you guys climb on the sea wyvern and head out. Unless Deli would like to say anything to him.
I don't know if I have anything that could potentially blow up in my face, quite literally. Probably is dang it, Lavinia around?
Sure, yeah, she can be. Maybe she even like walks up right now at this point, right?
I would probably do is I would look at Avner, look at Lavinia, look back at him and glare, like the idea of leave her alone while we're gone.
Make an intimidation check.
That's not going to go over well. Oh, 19.
19's not bad. Yeah. So
we say since he's already a little flustered, maybe he's...
I don't know, like if you could literally intimidate him to leave her alone while I don't know. I don't know if 19's even good enough, because this is the thing about this.
That was almost a crit.
You're not here. You're not going to be here, right? He's not threatened by you not being here, right? Like there's nothing you can do to him when you're gone. So he's worried about the jungle and everything, but I just don't think like I shouldn't have had you make the roll, I don't think. Because I don't think that just glaring at him would accomplish this.
Sorry, only crits succeed against Avner.
No, I just don't think it was a possibility there. I just shouldn't have had you make that roll.
Yeah, I don't have like any fun deceptive spells I could use, because I have a thing to do a prank on someone to make them learn a lesson. I just don't have anything I could really do.
Yeah. Oh, there'll be time for that later.
Mm-hmm. Oh, believe me, if I had 2 6th-level spell slots, I would come in the middle of the night with via transport plants, do something to him, and then leave. Say like,
I was never here. What are you talking about?
Deli disappears into a potted plant in the Maravanti Manor. Cool. Yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean, like Deli obviously gives him a glare. But Avner is like, he's going to be like worried a lot about the jungle and stuff. And I think there's going to be some aspect of like, he'll probably won't try to mess with Lavinia for a little while. But that doesn't mean that you've like successfully made him not do anything bad the rest of the time you guys are gone. So, you certainly made his life miserable though. So good job.
Yay.
But yeah, Lavinia sees you guys off.
Did I make a mistake? Did they actually like me the whole time?
Right. He is definitely rethinking a lot of things when he walks away from that pier with those crit successes on deception. You know. Cool. All right, let's roll some random encounter, shall we?
Jin. Jin.
Yeah, one of these days Harpo will show up. We know it'll happen. All right, I'll add random encounters. Let's roll on the aquatic table. Actually,
okay, so really funny story. Sometimes my headset just like randomly will just like bug out and then like make this really high pitched like noise and like I can't hear you guys. So all I heard was Caleb say, "All right, let's roll some random."
Let's roll some random bleep.
This is really
all right,
funny.
so there's a 4% chance every day that you encounter something. We have 5 days of travel. So we're just gonna roll 5d100. We'll see what happens. Nope. You have a safe trip all the way there. Okay, so yeah, you reach Gallivant Cove. So the vessel that gives the bay its name is merely one of the Glutton's most recent and memorable victims. This is something you know from like your knowledge of the area. Gallivant Cove is named for the wreck of the Gallivant. And you know the general idea of where that is. That's supposedly where Emrag keeps his lair. So you kind of, sail around in the general vicinity for a little while, get a lay of the land, and then I assume you want to play the sea skirl to get in contact with him.
So wait, real quick, is it the 21st now? Then?
If you guys left in the afternoon, it should be the evening of the 5 days from then. So,
22nd.
So 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. It should be the evening of the 22nd. So yeah, evening. Do you want to go ahead and make that performance check for me, Takewee? Or do you have? Is there a difference between performance or flute for you?
Well, I have proficiency with the flute, and so it should
be the same, right?
I think it's better because I'm adding my charisma and my proficiency to it.
Well, don't you have performance trained as a bard? No? Okay, yeah, then let's do the flute then.
You don't have performance trained as a bard?
No.
Yeah, so this would be Takewee having to descend in like a rowboat, probably, right, to the edge of the sea wyvern and like literally like reaching in the water and playing it so that it goes into the water. Like that's the whole point of this.
If this is a crit fail, it just looks like a child blowing bubbles in their milk.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So
the idea here is either way you're going to get his attention. Is it good music or bad music?
Right. Okay.
It'll determine his view of you guys when he shows up. Is he annoyed or
7? Can Lyrith give me a bardic?
Yes, I was gonna say she can't like give you advantage or anything. She can't like help you play, but she can.
Yeah, no, that's certainly fine. A bardic will
hand you bardic. Yeah, so she puts a hand like as you're about to go down on the rowboat. She like puts a hand on your back, right, and she says, "Good luck, Takewee. I know that you're." Let's see, what would she say? I think she just says, "Good luck, Takewee."
I'm a good performer. I got a natural 20 on that time in the bar with you.
No. I know. I just don't know how she would bring it up exactly, right? Like I don't think she would just say, "Remember that one time we were awesome?" Like I don't know. She's just like, "Good luck, Takewee," and just gives you the look. Like she's like, "I know. Like you have this. You got this. Like don't worry about it.
You could do this, or else we all die." So
yeah, she doesn't seem worried herself. She seems confident in your ability.
That's good. Thanks. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. Okay.
Nice. Yep. Okay. DC 20 was all I was looking for, so you're good.
Okay. So I guess I could save it for
yeah, go for it.
We talk to him in the next 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. With a D20 performance check, or flute check in this case, the dragon turtle is intrigued by the music, and his initial attitude is indifferent as he rises next to the ship to discover its source. So he arrives in a couple of minutes, right? You have to play this for a little while. Let's go ahead and I have in the book it says like roll 2d6 for how many minutes it is. Doesn't really matter that much, but takes a little while. 8 minutes of playing.
It's enough.
You probably
Well, I was gonna say I probably have to row back to the ship, right? I don't want to be out there by myself.
That's a lot.
I was gonna say I don't know. Takewee, make a perception check for me. Actually, well, you have a passive of 20, right?
Yeah.
Guys, I know exactly what she was playing on the flute. It was row, row, row your boat.
So if the dragon turtle happens to crit on this, then you don't see him coming. He does not. So yeah, Takewee, you can see the waves start to move. You see a dark shape in the waters well enough time to like stop playing and like, get me back up, right? Yeah.
He's coming!
Yep. So yeah, you see this giant dragon turtle ascend from the depths. So here's everybody. Can you guys see on this map? I'll drag Benedict on as well. Oh, I need to set up his token. Okay. Oops. Right. Yeah. Also, at any time, if you guys would like to...
do you have a higher persuasion than I do? Who has the highest persuasion? Like, who should be making this roll?
I think it's
Audrey
you.
has the higher everything, it seems.
I think Takewee has a higher charisma than him, though.
I have a +7 to persuasion.
What's your bonus, Audrey?
I know Takewee usually does the talking.
Chicken. My persuasion is 6.
Yeah, I had a feeling that
I didn't think
was
he was... Yeah, I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember. It was either...
Audrey is not charismatic. He is Episcopalian. Thank you very much.
Very funny. Cool. Yeah. So the dragon turtle rises from the depths. And I was going to say, at any point during this adventure, if you guys want to like stop and have a conversation with any NPC, feel free to let me know. Just as a reminder. So yeah, here's big old dragon turtle boy. Emrag the Glutton. He rises from the depths. There he is in all his watery glory.
He's so cute.
He's done music.
He wants bitches.
Emrag. I don't know if there's any particular... I don't think I have any notes here about any decisive features about him that's different from just like being a dragon turtle. Probably has scars and things, but yeah, looks like an old dragon turtle. Rises up. He seems intrigued by the music that was played. Like he could have arrived annoyed, but instead he just like rises from the depths and like glances at everyone on the ship. Do you guys immediately say something as he's just observing you for a second?
Oh, great, Emrag. I'm just kidding.
Do you immediately go into sycophant mode?
Probably not. No.
Yeah. Anna's, oh my gosh.
Anna's like in the background, like
it's Emrag. We see chibi Anna start in a cheerleader's outfit. Emrag, he's our man. Yeah. He's pretty intimidating. You probably have to roll like a seal test if this is Burning Wheel.
I was gonna ask like, we're prepared for it, but it's like,
sure.
I think. Based on Audrin's like Arcana check, would it be best for us to talk first or let him speak first?
You know what? I'm gonna make him one size bigger. That seems more intimidating. There you go. You don't necessarily know. Either one is not necessarily a right answer to that.
Okay. I don't know. Take first. Because she definitely is not going to be like super reverent toward. I mean, she's going to be like respectful, of course, because like that's what she knows to do. But I think she's going to be like,
yeah.
Great, Emrag. I hope that you enjoyed my song to you.
Yes, it has been some time since I have heard a sea skirl played so proficiently.
Ah, it was nothing. But everything for you. No, this is just like all things that like, Chibi Takewee is saying, yeah. Right? Like in her head, right? If like this was a performance thing. I don't know. Well, so I want Audrin also like next to me to like help me out with this because he knows more about dragon turtles than I do, and I want advantage on this persuasion check. So
yep, he can give you advantage.
And guidance. Don't forget guidance.
Yeah, if that's okay with Caleb. And yeah.
It depends on how long it takes, right?
Yeah. I mean, Takewee is gonna say, like, we've come here in hopes that you will accept our tribute to you to be able to come to this wonderful cove of yours.
Yes, I do demand tribute to ply these waters. I do not recognize your flag. Are you a part of the Crimson Fleet?
No. We are a part of the Vanderboren.
The Vanderborens. Just
Yeah,
mixing Vanthus and Vanderboren
Vanderborens.
together.
Vanderboren, yeah.
yeah. It's funny. That's what Vanthus was going to rename the family when he got a hold of it.
Vanthusborn.
The Vanthusborn.
No, Vanderboren family. We come on their behalf.
I do not know them. What is your offering?
And she'll kind of
Give him the inventory, yeah.
give him the inventory and say,
are you adding anything else to this of your own money?
it's a great question. I mean, I think I will once I add in this is our offering to let us do safe passage. But we'd also have another proposition for you. The Crimson Fleet you mentioned, we don't like them. And we were hoping that perhaps you would accept our more tribute to allow us to be the only ship to come through here.
An interesting proposition.
And that's part of your role here. I don't think he'll respond yet on that account until you actually give him your offer and make the check. What extra gold are you offering?
Well, I was hoping that my check would kind of determine how much gold,
So the way that it's going to work, I actually have a table for this here. So there's certain things. There's the base DCs that's happening here. So the base DC you start with is a base DC 20 to make him helpful and 15 to make him friendly. Helpful means he will actually do the thing you want him to do, which is the Lavinia. Let Lavinia ships go. And I think actually I'll make a third tier, which is 5 above that, which is attack the Crimson Fleet ships too. So there's three options you could do here. That's the base, 25, 20, and 15. For every 5,000 GP in value you offer him above that, you're going to decrease those DCs by 1. Probably to a maximum of 5 or something. But yeah, so real quick, I'll give you guys what you've managed to do so far. Presenting the bribe to Emrag is -10. So if you tried to do this without a bribe, then, it's going to be much harder. So right now we're down to, wait, no, this is right. I need to, that's too low. I think we'll say with a -10, that's what these are. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. You've referred to the bribe as tribute. So now everything goes down by 5. So you didn't say this is a bribe, right? You said this is a tribute to a powerful lord, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think he also says no. Yeah, you need to think about it. Okay, there's other things here that can modify things, but you haven't done them yet. So
does Emrag only understand actual monetary value, or does he also understand sentimental value?
Given Audrin's check, just monetary value.
Okay.
So who wouldn't like this sock I've been keeping for
That just means I'm gonna keep my teeth.
Okay.
As a note, what language are you talking to him in? What did you start with?
That's a good question.
A great question, actually. I mean,
would Audrin's check have told us what language?
Yeah, they normally speak Aquan and Draconic. Does anyone have Draconic?
I don't.
The dragon.
I do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't.
Take we make a luck save for me. I think there's a chance you could know Abyssal. In which case, obviously, you'd be able to make it work.
Okay. Yeah, luck save. Here we go. Oh no.
7 is not very good. Yep. So
am I not even making this roll then?
Not, I don't think, making this roll.
Deli, what's your persuasion?
Bad. 0.
What about Thieves' Cant? Does he speak Thieves' Cant?
He does not speak Thieves' Cant. Oh, it turns out I gave him a level rogue.
Can I just keep making luck saves to see if he speaks Primordial?
He does not speak Primordial. What would you have another language that might make sense?
Celestial?
Don't think so. Any others?
New World Giant? Gnomish?
No.
Common?
Gnomish.
He might speak Gnomish.
Why?
It's like Indonesia and Australia, right? So he like that's not actually that far away from here. And dragon turtles wander around. That's the one I'll give you. Give you another luck save on.
Wait, you're saying it's not that far away from here, Indonesia and Australia?
As in comparatively, like where? Maybe that's not the right thing to say. What I mean is, given where he might have traveled, that seems like a likely place. That's what I meant.
That makes more sense. I was like, what are you talking about? We're in the ocean next to Africa on the western side.
Yes. But compared to like South, like I don't think he would be across.
South America is an easier trip.
No, you're right. Okay, so Takewee, I think I don't know if it makes sense to give you 2 luck saves on this because like I think that luck save must have been. Does he speak any language you know?
Can I use my bardic on this?
Yes, on a 7. I'll give it. I'll give it to you if it gets an 11 or higher. Right? It's like the 50-50 here.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Nice. 15. Okay. Yep. I think that's good enough. So I think it is more interesting though if he like speaks Gnomish randomly, right? So Takewee's like panicking, like going through all these languages, like, oh no, does he speak one of these? Does he speak one of these? And then you finally hit Gnomish, and you're like, there's no way. And then he's apparently like been to Indonesia or whatever, right? So
he has family out there.
Yeah.
Yay! One of my languages came in handy.
There you go.
Good thing you didn't have me trying to talk.
Must be nice.
This also does mean that the Audrin, I don't think, can give you advantage because he can't talk to the thing. He can. He fed you information, and that's what like referring to it as a tribute was the right thing to do and decrease the DC. So he's helping you that way. But
well, could it be like she translates? I add some ideas of what to say.
That's true. You got a really good Arcana check to like know about the dragon turtles. That's fine. If Audrin's like whispering in her ear the whole time about it, that makes sense. This would probably be you helping with Arcana, but you're trying not to. So,
well, I was gonna say too, like, I was wondering if I could pull on like Audrin's experience with like the Crimson Fleet and saying things like, you know, he was part of the Crimson Fleet once, and like you don't want to associate. They will turn their backs on you, just like they, you know, turn their backs on. Us.
Yeah, I mean that's certainly part of the role. I don't know if that changes the DC or
no, of course not. But I just wanted to add that into the argument.
That makes sense.
Well, so
can I
just for a reason to like bring Audrin into it, kind of a thing.
Can I do a history or a luck check to see if bribing dragon turtles is something that happened while I was in the Crimson Fleet as a small boy?
Given. I don't think there's a chance that is true.
Okay.
Because this is probably the only one they've ever met, and you didn't know about the Alley Dread, so. Yeah.
Okay.
So anything else you'd like to try to lower the DC? There's a couple of other things, like one being offering him more tribute, but.
Yes, I was gonna check to see how much. I have 2 spell scrolls that honestly I'd be fine parting with. So I want to.
Yeah, if you scrounge enough minor magic items together, you might be able to reach 5,000.
Scrolls?
I have a spell scroll for sleep. And
first level,
and sleep and animate object. I think those are both first level.
Yeah.
I don't know how much those are worth.
I'm looking right now.
How much is the gargoyle crown worth?
Did we give that to the
I don't know.
collectors?
That's a good question.
Did it get given to the collectors?
I don't think it did.
I still have it in my inventory.
It wasn't explicitly stated that.
Oh, it's not worth that much. It's only 65.
65, yeah, per. That's terrible.
That's really terrible.
Yeah, my Pearl of Power 3rd level is only like 500 GP.
Yeah, I mean, if you manage to scrounge together enough minor magic items, I could probably give it to you, but definitely more than the Gargoyle Crown, the 2 spell scrolls, and the Pearl of Power, right?
What about 4 scrolls of Gentle Repose?
Are those level 1s?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, you're up to, 200 plus gold with those, 500 for the Pearl of Power. And then
but I thought we didn't want to get rid of the Pearl of Power.
I'm not.
No, Deli has the minor Pearl of Power.
But even then, I'm not sure that I don't know if that's worth.
It'd be better if
rid
you
of
kept
this. Yeah, the spell scroll's just gonna get wet.
What if we offer him? What if I take a boat off of the robe of useful items and offer him a tiny boat?
Yes, because that's very useful for the thing that can swim.
Well, you could give him the robe of useful items.
Well, we just we give him the rowboat for him to just smash, because sometimes it's just nice to.
No,
please take this punching bag.
It's something that I would think, like, I don't know if it would be better to give to him to lower this DC or to keep and actually just give to Benedict to use.
What is it?
But I have that +3 Amulet of the Devout. The +3 Amulet of the Devout.
I forgot about that.
That is
a pretty.
I'm guessing that would be worth a lot, but do we really want to use this for the bribe when Takewee has advantage and could get another bardic from Lyrith, and could, like, even just that would get us over the DC 10,
Right. No, I agree. Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I think the Amulet of the Devout could be useful for Benedict to
but
keep,
but the problem is that
us.
Like, am I even able to, like, I guess my question is, like, I haven't actually, like, I basically said already, like, we'll give you more, if you
Yeah, I mean, honestly, wondrous items, the category, like, it's not in this list, but the category of thing that the +3 to Amulet of the Devout that's the tens of thousands of gold. So up to you guys, but
so that's what I'm just kind of like, I don't know if it's really worth.
No, I don't think that that's worth giving away. The question I'm asking, I guess, is like can I just roll this without actually giving him more tribute and still have him attack the Crimson Fleet, or do I have to offer him something else?
No, you. So the DC for at this point for getting him to attack the Crimson Fleet is 20. 15, you get Lavinia's ship secured. 10, you guys are fine. If you get lower than a 10, he's going to attack your ship.
Right. Okay.
And then we get everything.
I feel fairly confident that with advantage and a bardic from Lyric, I think I could do this without us having to give him more tribute. Mm-hmm. So,
would guidance be in the question at all, or like, would that be a no?
I don't think so. I think it's taking enough time that it doesn't make sense to do that.
I just figured I'd ask.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, because I've got a +7 advantage plus a D8. I mean, it's still, like, risky, don't get me wrong, but it's like, I think I feel fairly good about it, if you guys do.
If anything, there's a low chance that we're gonna die.
Yeah.
Well, right, I think that no matter what, we're gonna be fine. It's just whether or not we're gonna get him to, like, attack Crimson Fleet people from now on, right? I don't know that we're gonna guarantee that, but I think we can guarantee, like, our safety at this point. So...
and also the other thing is, if it doesn't go well, I could maybe come back alone and just give him the Amulet of the Devout. That's worth a lot of money, and see what happens.
Right. I mean, basically, the only way that I can fail this is if I get two natural ones.
Things.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry. That's
literally why would you say those things?
Well, I don't know. You have a +7, Takewee?
Yeah.
I
guess you have a bardic too.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so the very I don't know. There's still a range there. It's not 2 crit successes or crit failures that you'd fail on. Like to get you could get a 10 within like a 1, 2, or 3. I mean, just a 1 and a 2 with a bardic. I guess is still
right. That's what I mean. Is it's like
why do you say these things out loud?
Okay,
you going for it?
I think I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, because we don't have enough to, like, actually offer him $5,000 worth of stuff. I have 2,000 just gold, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, here we go. See, look, we're fine. I didn't even need the bardic. We're so good. Look, we're fine. You doubt me. This ain't Ari, yo.
Here's the thing. I don't doubt you. I doubt when you say silly things like that.
All right. Well, can I just roll the bardic just to, like?
What else are we going to use it on in the next 10 minutes?
I mean, yeah, you can use it if you want to. I'm going to tell her, like, you've already gotten the highest thing you could get, so there's not.
I mean, we might as well make
let's try to break 30, y'all.
Break 30,
oh, yeah, break 30,
break 30, break 30.
For no reason.
Hey! We hit 30.
Yeah. Cool. Yep. So,
he loves us.
He is made helpful, which means, beyond helpful, you got the extra thing you needed. So not only do you allow the Sea Wyvern to pass through Gallivant Cove for the span of a week, he also extends this exception to all ships flying the flag of Farshore for the span of a year, with the option to extend safe passage for another year with further tribute. And then beyond that, he has now basically said the Crimson Fleet, and this is what he'll offer you. He won't say, like, I'm going to attack any Crimson Fleet ship I see. He's going to basically say, they're going to have to offer me, like, double what you paid before I'll, like, go back to their side, right? So.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yep, so he says that, right? And he says,
I hope then you find this acceptable terms.
More than acceptable. Thank you.
Very good.
And then she offers up the she's probably been holding the sea scuttle.
Sea scroll, yeah.
Scroll, yeah. And she says, I hope one day you can let me play this again for you.
Yeah, he quirks his head and he says,
we'll see, Fire Genasi. We will see.
We're giving him that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Get it? We will see.
So one thing Lavinia did say is that he might know more about the Crimson Fleet if you'd like to ask him a few questions, and he doesn't seem like he's going to just dive immediately. Like you start you load up like an extra rowboat you took for this purpose with all the chests, right? And he's gonna like eat it in one gulp and then go down and
what
is
your favorite
cup? Blue.
When was the last time the Crimson Fleet actually came by the way?
Only a few weeks ago. A man named Vanthis was the one I spoke with.
Yeah, that's our lady's brother.
Well, we'll have to see which one of the Vanderborens pays me more.
Anyone else kind of disappointed we're not fighting this thing right now?
Nah, I'm fine with it.
There'll be time for that later. You could always come back and kill him just because.
We actually decided we want our money back. Yeah, we come out as level 20 characters, and we're like,
Can you imagine? Like, you're about to do the final battle with Demogorgon, and you're just like, you know what we should do real quick before we do that? Let's go kill that dragon turtle, take all his stuff.
No, we say, hey, you help us or you die.
You're right. Yep. Yeah, any other questions you had for him?
About the Crimson Fleet? I don't know. Delhi?
How often do they come here?
Oh, yeah. How often do they come here?
Yeah, he says,
once every few months. They meet with someone in the cove to the south of here.
Are they nice?
Yeah, he says.
I was kidding.
I think he actually has something to add to that. He says, they paid me a fortune in gold and exotic goods to meet with a tribe of degenerate troglodytes living near the southernmost shores of the cove. Why are you interested in this?
Troglodytes. Have we met?
Degenerate Troglodytes is my band name.
Degenerate Troglodytes is a pretty good band name.
Yeah, it actually is.
I'm sorry, I missed that first part. Somebody just came by recently?
Yeah, I mean, the Crimson Fleet did, right? When they showed up to...
attack us.
To attack us, yeah. And he basically said, like, Vanthis, he showed up here, he gave me a fortune in, like, exotic goods and wealth, coins and stuff, to pass through and go meet with this tribe of troglodytes that lives at the cove, and take something from them. They had more wealth and slaves and things that they were giving to the troglodytes, too. He doesn't know more about like what exactly the trade was, though. I mean, it's probably a good guess for you guys that it would just shadow pearls, right? Because that's what the Crimson Fleet just goes to that cove to do. That's what you know from Zayt Fidalgo. So
right.
So it's honestly likely that the shadow pearl he tried that you have or you gave to the collectors that he had in his possession, he got from the cove like a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't have any more questions, he takes his treasure and pieces out, sinks back into the water. And there you go. Yep.
Okay. So in 1 year from now, when we're all level 20, we're going to come back here and kill him.
There you go. There you go.
And that's probably what we'll tell Lavinia. Like, hey, we're good for a year. Once we're a little bit more powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll just get your money back. It's fine.
Yep. Makes sense.
Once our first 3-year subscription is run out, we're going to go delete our email account on their server and resubscribe for free.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So, Zayt Fidalgo gave you instructions to the cove anyway, so you can jump right to there, right? You guys.
Well, do we want to stay the night out at sea, or do we want to go to
Yeah, it is getting on evening. So up to you guys whether or not you want to go now or wait.
Maybe wait. Given he said there are degenerate troglodytes, maybe we should wait till morning.
And we have a lovely friend who's protecting us in the water.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's wait until morning then.
Okay, sounds good. I will go ahead and roll one more random encounter then. Or chance for random encounter. Yep. All right, cool. So, you guys get to the cove. Let's find this here. The shores of Gallivant Cove are sheer cliffs that plunge directly into the watery depths below. Yet near the base farthest inland point, a crude pier of rocks and yellowed bones extends from the maw of a treacherous-looking sea cave. Twin rows of hollow, yellowed skulls burn with an eerie green fire. You guys probably are in a boat, right? Like right at the edge here. And can get out. And go down the pier. Can you guys see this map?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cool. So seemingly held together by brine and urchins, this rickety pier of rotted wood and gigantic bones looks as much a scavenger-picked corpse as a derelict berth. Twin rows of skulls impaled upon spears line the pier, their eye sockets flickering with otherworldly green flames and venting sickly vapors. This unnatural light illuminates an eerie path into the darkness of a yawning cave entrance 15 feet above the surf below. So, yeah, you guys row up to this pier. You have your whole crew with you here, right? So we have Tavi, Lyrith, Conrad, and Benedict, who are all coming along. And what do you guys do? Yeah, you row up to the pier.
There's a creepy cave in front of us. Yeah,
so basically, this shoreline is probably not really there. It's probably right into a cave. This pier goes. There's a slight sandy beach, and right beyond this is like a sea cave.
Right.
Does someone have like light?
Benedict
produce flame.
Does Benedict have light?
I believe I did give him that.
Also, next level, remind me, guys, I need to get rid of Shillelagh since I now have a better weapon.
I'm just quite familiar with cleric cantrips that are available.
Yep, I gave Benedict light for this exact purpose. So I guess it's a target as an object. So what do we think? Does he just have I guess it could be his shield, right? Does he have a shield? I think he does. Oh no, he doesn't because he's like a monk cleric. I forgot.
It could be good if is there just a rock or something that then could be thrown if needed?
Yeah. Well, so he has darts. So let's say that Benedict is just like clutching a dart in his hand and lighting the way. With the light spell. Cool. I'll go ahead and put that on him. So what is that? 20, 20, and 20? Yeah. Perfect.
And then I have my night vision goggles on. If it's going to be
Yes.
dark.
It is in daylight mode, so I think your token should have it already. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay. So 60 feet?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That should be on your sheet now. Anyone else have dark vision that I'm not remembering? Oh, Tikwi does, right?
Have it, yeah.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, I just looked it up. Shillelagh still does better damage than my Moonsicle.
That's amazing.
Because Moonsicle's a D4 plus strength. And
you
Shillelagh's
are
just an 8. Yep, and a Shillelagh's just a D8. I will not get rid of Shillelagh.
I do have dark vision also. As a reminder.
Yes. How did Audrin get that? Oh, you're a half elf, right?
I was about to say he was born that way.
Yep. I was thinking you were a human for a second there, but you aren't. Yeah. Cool. Yep. So everybody's token should be updated then. Let me actually make sure I do that officially on your, so that when I drag the token out, it keeps it.
So,
wait, I didn't do that before.
Is it like a cave in the water, so it's like still in the water, or is
so yeah, the description that I read off is the original version of it. I couldn't find the right maps to make it be exactly how the description is, but I think this version, there's a rickety pier, a slight sandy beach, and then like a sea cave ahead of you, like a big gaping entrance to a sea cave.
But like the sea cave, it's still water. That's my main question.
Oh, sorry, no, I guess just a cave then. Yeah.
Okay.
There's pools and stuff in the cave, but it's not like water in the entrance. Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Yep. All right, cool. Yeah. So do you go forward, go down the pier?
Nah, we leave.
Hike off the
Go
boat.
back to see Lavinia.
All right, sounds good. Emrak eats you on the way back.
I think I might walk on the water. The pier looks kind of scary.
Yeah. There's like weird skull lights.
That doesn't seem like it's of Dragonborn cheeses, so I'm just gonna.
They seem a little lightheaded.
I'm just gonna walk on the waves to the shore.
Yeah, cool. So let's see.
I will start ritually casting detect magic so we can get an idea of when we're approaching. Because I imagine specifically like for the shadow pearls, we can get an idea if we get close to those.
Mm-hmm. I don't know whether or not it would be high or low tide. Let's just say high tide for whatever reason. So that you can bring your boat right up all the way to the pier. So, Anna, it's also very easy for you to just step onto the step. Obviously you can just like go right up to the beach. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, does anyone else, sorry, I was looking at something. Did anyone else go on the pier? I assume the rest of you just hiking off. Yeah.
I'm squishy. I'm
cool.
Waiting for other people to go up first.
I'm floating.
Who's leading the way? Takeaway?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
One with dark vision.
As soon as you step onto the pier, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay, is this a trap?
It is. How is your thing defining trap?
Danger sense. At second level, you have an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't the way they should be. Gives you an edge. You have advantage on dexterity saving.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's a specific thing. Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah. Okay. So that's Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm pretty good at those. So. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So you can definitely tell that like the lights are like they're giving off this like green vapor as well, and when you accidentally breathe some of it in, like you get a little bit nauseous. And if you had failed the save, you would have gotten like the actual like nauseated like condition. Yeah. So anyone who's going to actually walk down the pier is going to have to make this save, unless they
are they like just like orbs? What are they?
So there's like skulls with like this ghostly light inside of them, like this like burning whatever it is, some sort of material that's burning and giving off like this vapor.
Can I just throw them in the ocean?
Yeah, you just want to like grab each of them and chuck them away.
I was gonna say I'll just grab them with Mage Hand and like throw them.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. I don't think you can grab them with Mage Hand, Audrey. They're like on spears that are like stuck into the pier, but like Takui can easily enough just yank them out and throw them. Yeah, and she already made her save, so. Yep. So you just.
I'll do that.
Get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Philip, I'm so happy you taught me about the nauseated condition. I've never heard of that. That's so fun.
Yeah, it's very rare. Doesn't usually get used. Cool. Yeah, and that's really the only thing that matters on this map. So I think you guys just go down the pier and walk into the sea cave.
I don't go down that pier. I knew something was funky with that.
Yeah, I could tell. You knew.
So did you ever? Did Deli ever take your armor?
What armor?
Or not the armor. Did you ever take the
Dino
armor?
I can't hear what you're saying. Alyssa was speaking over you. What?
Sorry.
Did you ever the magical ability that I gave to your armor? Did you ever?
I did not know you actually gave it to me. What is it?
Because your armor was just normal armor, right?
Yeah, it is adamantine armor.
Yeah. So.
Oh wait, wasn't the question that whether or not Deli wanted to have another because it takes a. Does it take attunement?
No.
Oh.
Okay, then perfect. Never mind.
What's it do?
I know we had a long conversation about whether or not how Audrey was going to spend his things. So
does it become +1 adamantine armor essentially?
Here, I'll pull it up. Give me a sec.
I'll be right back. Actually.
Feeling dead air with my
yeah. So real quick, what's going to be your guys' order here as we go through each of these places?
Clearly, the Order of St. Cuthbert.
or the Order of the Bitter Curtain.
I think I will probably be front.
Yep, I'm thinking 2x2 makes sense. So like, who's next to you, Takui?
I don't need to be up front because I'm fast, so I can just bypass.
I think we've had Anna be in the back most of the time.
Anybody. I can honestly take up the rear, maybe.
Yeah. I think that's where Anna has been.
I was gonna say Lyrith should be in the back with Anna.
Okay.
I could see Audryn up front.
Yeah, that makes sense. 2 party leaders
holding hands while we're walking.
Probably not.
No, I'm just kidding. Takui is not super affectionate, so.
Who's taking up middle row then? Deli.
Okay, what? So wait, what? Did I miss something?
We're figuring out the order that everybody's walking in. Probably 2x2 makes sense. So I think Deli was going to be in the middle. Who's next to Deli?
Probably Tabby, right behind Audryn.
Yeah.
Audryn.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe.
Could do that, and then Anna was going to take up the rear, and you wanted Lyrith to be in the rear too. So that means Benedict and Conrad, the 2 clerics, are there. So that makes sense to me.
Doesn't really matter where Anna is; she's faster than anything.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah. Cool. I just figured we'd have a standard order. Okay. Cool. So
I found it.
Go ahead.
It's enhanced arcane focus.
Mm-hmm.
So what it does, while holding this item, a creature gains +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. In addition, hold on, nope, that's not.
That's
right.
I would say that's not right,
right,
and it's not helpful for me because that means I'm not using my moonsicle.
Oh, here we go. This is it. Mind Sharpener. Mind Sharpener.
Yep.
The infused item can send a jolt to the wearer to refocus their mind. The item has 4 charges. When the wearer fails a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on a spell, the wearer can use its reaction to expend one of the item's charges to succeed instead.
Yep.
Yes.
The item regains 1d4 expended charges daily at dawn.
Nice. Very fun.
What is
All
it
right,
called
cool.
again?
Mind Sharpener.
Mind Sharpener.
Think of like your mind being a pencil.
Mm-hmm. No, I was writing it down in my character sheet.
Cool.
It's okay, I don't mind.
All
Okay,
right, so The sand of the beach slowly rises towards the entrance of this salt-encrusted grotto. Refuse and broken crustacean shells litter several shallow pools near the wall, so over here. Making easy meals for a small flock of sickly gulls roosting in the cracked walls. A large pool in the caves lies to the left, where the sound of slowly dripping water can be heard. A 10-foot wide opening in the southern wall has been closed off by a rusty iron grate. It's right over there. And then obviously there's also a big old Dimetrodon right there.
And
so big old dinosaur looks like that. I legit
prepped Speak with Animals before we went for much further.
Yeah, so one thing that you notice right away about this thing, though, is that it seems diseased or something. The Dimetrodon is infected. The flesh of the dinosaur is thick and crusty, and large shingles of excess growth hangs from her sail. Gross-looking dinosaur. But it immediately starts barking at you and like roaring when you get close. But it doesn't move forward to attack you or anything. It just like sits there and just starts.
Does that count as a beast?
It is a beast, yep.
Okay, I will use a spell slot to cast Speak with Animals, and it's first level, so I don't need to roll wild magic. We have that set, right?
No, it should be cantrips, right?
I thought it was cantrips, and we expanded that to first level too.
When?
A while ago.
I don't think so. No,
I thought we had.
I don't remember that.
Oh, maybe I remember we did for a little bit because I could have thought we changed it for a while. Like I was getting my concentration a little better. In that case, I don't think so. In that case, if it's not advancing, I would slowly over the minute ritually cast Speak with Animals. So I'm not going to waste the spell slot.
Over a minute?
Yeah. Does it look like it? Does it look like?
Well, I was going to say you don't get a minute to do it.
If it looks like it's going to be a little longer, if it looks like
you don't know, like it doesn't look like it's going to be a little bit longer, but you start doing it, and 12 seconds later, so you guys have 2 rounds. What would everybody else be doing while Deli starts ritually casting this? There's no indication, Deli, that you wouldn't have this much time, so I assume you start doing it.
I mean, if Deli's trying to do that, I guess I'd wait.
Yeah, would you wait? I think you can probably, like, everybody maybe waits the 1 round while Deli starts doing it, and then honestly, Takewee, I don't think the people that are coming are trying to stealth, and you have the highest. You have like a passive perception of 20. So basically, this dinosaur was warning the troglodytes basically of like intruders, and so Deli starts casting ritually, and then the iron grate, pulls out. And,
wait, there was an iron grate?
Yeah, right over here. There's like a gate.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. You must have said that when I was.
Yeah. So there's basically it was like the dinosaur was like a little bit ahead of it, like guarding it. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, let me grab.
I thought it was just sad because it was not feeling very well.
It was never going to be just a dino.
All right, so I'm gonna grab some of these guys.
I say be nice to the dino, then we can be our pet.
Yeah,
we already are raising.
It's like pets. Gross and diseased. I don't know if you want it as a pet.
Excuse me. I have things to deal with disease. I have lesser restoration.
That's fair. All right. Yeah. So, basically, a couple of troglodytes make their way out of the gate. So kind of looks like this, except they also have a bunch of bandages. They kind of look like lepers or something, right? So they have like a bunch of bandages on. It looks like they have the same disease that the dinosaur does, right? So they have like weird shingles of skin that are like on them. It's like a thick crust is growing over their skin, right?
They look like Digimon.
Yeah. They seem a little slow. Like the excess weight of all that stuff like over their scales is kind of like weighing them down.
Physically, not mentally.
Yeah, not mentally. But if you guys are just like standing there, I think the reptiles approach and then rasp a greeting in common.
Nehemiah gnaw you slowly.
What?
So they just like seem like they not necessarily that they expected you, but they don't think you're an enemy right away, right? They just like step out, and then one of the shamans like looks at you. One of the little like leper guys here looks at you and says,
"May Ahmad gnaw you slowly."
And you can kind of tell this like a greeting.
Okay, that's a very weird greeting.
What do you guys do? Oh, also, anyone who would like to can make a religion check on that name, on Ahmad.
We could just all make one.
Well, no, probably whoever has the highest, and then just advantage.
Okay.
I have 8.
Oh yeah, Audrin
Audrin's
has the
higher.
highest.
Yeah, it's always
Go ahead.
Audrin.
Yep.
Not always, Audrin. Take me to the percent.
With knowledge, it's always Audrin.
Let me roll some survival checks.
Yeah. 17. Audrin, the name sounds familiar. Like you're like, yeah, like, knowing what I know about this name, like it's a very obscure name, and so you're like, that sounds familiar, but like I don't know. It's like on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't think of anything.
How do you spell that?
It's Amad. Ahmad.
Rolled a 9. I can't do freaking math. Jeez. Not an 11.
I wish I could roll.
Yeah, and what do you guys say, like, in immediate response to, like,
May Ahmad gnaw you slowly.
May he chew on you too?
I would say it would be an honor to be gnawed.
Yeah, they seem slightly weirded out by that. Maybe they don't expect that response from you. And then I think one of them says, the one next to the one that spoke originally says,
"We already gave you all of the pearls that we have. Why have you returned so quickly?"
They think we're with the Crimson Fleet. Got it.
Mhm.
Cool. I'm wondering if Take just tries to go into like straight up like deception mode and just be like, oh, hold on. Kim, you have to do something. Hold on. She's like good at this type of thing. Nope. Nope. Sorry, I'm trying to see if she can try to seduce them.
I think she should try and seduce them and
Audrin has opposing thoughts.
in front of her and do.
Yeah, basically she can if she can do a performance for them for a minute, she can like charm them.
A performance for them?
So she's gonna start stripping. That's what it's implying.
It says with seductive fey magic.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's funny. Okay, no, so probably not going to do that. And Lilith is probably terrified of these things anyway.
She's certainly grossed out by them.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen demons recently. These aren't like that.
Lilith
bad.
was going to try that. That's fine.
I think Takui is going to try to go to the deceptive route here. You know, just like see, and I think she's gonna. I'm debating if she drops Vanthus's name or what's Dolly's dad's name? I can't think.
Alisand.
Vanthus would make more sense since he was here recently.
Right. She'd probably drop Vanthus's name and she'd just say, Vanthus says that you lied, you have more.
They cringe, right? When you like speak so authoritatively to them. And I think one of them says,
No, there won't be more. Aren't expected for months now. We've gotten all that we have. We promise.
Then you don't mind if we come in and see?
Okay, yeah. At this point, make the deception check. We'll see. We'll see if the lie holds. Yeah.
Dang it! Oh no!
How did I know this was going to be where?
Let's go ahead and take our first break there. We'll come back and roll some initiative. Stick around. We got more Terra Invicta.
I'm not saying you're a liar. It's just that none of us believe a word you say.
I'm not saying you're a truther.
Yeah.
I think it's probably that Takui like twitched a little bit when she said Vanthus's name, right?
Yeah.
And they're just like, Okay.
All right. We'll be right back with more Terra Invicta right after this.